Hi Sagittarius, this is your astrology for November 2015. Thanks for joining me. It's really nice to be with you today. Couple of things this month. On the 1st of November, there's a grand trine in water in your chart. A grand trine always represents a real area of talent. And the 3 points connecting that grand trine are in your 12th house, in your 8th house, and in your 4th house. So you'll have noticed over the last couple of days, end of October, and now the beginning of November here, that your intuition has really been very strong and that you've got a lot of kind of spiritual insights. I particularly think on the 1st of November you're going to have a lot of compassion and a lot of understanding around people in your life, especially in your family. That then continues to strengthen on the 2nd of November because Mercury goes into Scorpio and it moves into your 12th house. The 12th house is all about spirituality and it's about being of service, okay? So you're going to connect in an emotional, intuitive way to be of service to the people who are around you, the people in your life. So you're going to be someone who's heavily relied on this month, who people will come to for guidance, and it's likely that people will tell you their problems because you're going to represent strength. So whenever that happens, just if you're taking on other people's negativity and if you're helping them through stuff, it's important to shield yourself and to take care of yourself. And an easy way to do that is just to close your eyes, to imagine yourself sitting there and to surround yourself with white light. It's a great way to just let that negativity bounce off so that you can continue to be of service to people. Now, on the 3rd of November, Neptune, the planet of water and dreams, that connects with the Sun, and that connection lasts until the 6th of November. And whenever the Sun connects with Neptune, your intuition gets even stronger. Okay? So this whole first week is all about you having great intuitive insights, specifically when it comes to people nearest and dearest to you so that you can help them. The Moon trines Uranus on the 4th of November. The Moon is in your 9th house in Leo, so you're going to feel very comfortable learning, exploring things, being adventurous, finding out new avenues of doing things or looking at the world, and that has to do directly with this information that you've been getting intuitively. So it's important for you to do meditations, to maybe even write them down, because I think you as a sign, Sagittarius, will have access to the unmanifest in a way that very few other signs will have. Now, that moon, it connects with Uranus, and that's in your 5th, which is the sign of kind of romance and fun, okay? So, through your explorations, through this spiritual quest that you're on, through this kind of extra intuition, you may even be guided to go somewhere, like a meditation group, or to start a group yourself, and it's very likely that you'll meet people who you can have fun with, or that you might even meet a romantic partner. On the 5th of November, Jupiter begins to trine Pluto. And Jupiter is in your 10th house in Virgo, and there's a lot going on in your 10th house. You've got Jupiter, the Moon, Mars, Venus, and the North Node of the Moon, all in Virgo in that 10th house. They could have been anywhere, those planets, but they're not. They're in your 10th house of career. So you're really going to be driven to succeed. You're going to have a lot of good luck in your working life when you take action. You're going to be feeling comfortable in doing the work that you're doing. You'll love it, in fact, and I think you'll feel like you have touched on your life purpose. A lot of this comes from Saturn being in your sign, okay? Saturn moved into Sagittarius on the 18th of September, and it's going to stay in your sign for the next 2.5 years. Now, that's no reason to be unhappy at all. Most people, when I say Saturn, are like, oh, what's Saturn doing? That is really good. If you have a direction, if you have a focus that you're applying yourself to, Saturn gives you unshakable foundation and paves the path for you to walk on. It's amazing, okay? It's great. So all of that energy in your 10th house will ensure that you feel like you're doing what you're meant to be doing at work. And because it starts to trine Pluto on the 5th of November, Pluto in Capricorn in your 2nd means there's going to be a rebirth and energizing, a coming to completion point of your finances. So there will be new life in terms of your money as a direct result of your work. Not because you're getting a check or because you win the lottery, but because you're actually applying yourself, and that really helps. Now, actually, let me qualify that. That trine is very, very strong on the 5th and the 6th. It has actually been in place since the 8th of September, and it will continue. It will continue to be in place until the 20th of November. So that's great for you, because as long as you put the action in, as long as you continue to apply yourself in your work, you'll see direct financial results as an outcome, which is great, because sometimes you can apply yourself and you get nowhere, and that is not the case for you at the moment. On the 7th of November, there's a yod in your chart, and a yod is also known as the finger of God. It's a very karmic influence, and again, this is between your working sector and your sun in your 12th house, and it culminates in Uranus in your 5th house in Aries. Okay, so when you combine this ability to work very well and to take action, and when you combine that with your sense of spiritual connection, and you take action that's divinely guided, so you listen to what you're supposed to be doing via your feelings or via your symbols you see, or if it just feels right, or if you just know that's what you're supposed to take. If you take action on that, it will really broaden your life, it will really open it up, it will connect you with people who are fun, who you can engage with, and it might even bring you romance. So it's not just about work and being successful in that area of your life, it's about hitting kind of lots of different sectors of your life in one foul swoop, and really tying it all up and bringing together work success and also relationship success and even romantic success. If you can call it that, romantic success, I don't know. Okay, on the 8th of November, there's that continuation is still there with Uranus in your 5th house. The moon is in your 11th house, which is about hopes and dreams coming true, and that comes together in your 2nd house in Pluto through Capricorn. Okay, so basically same thing. If you allow yourself to connect with other people, they're going to play a really important role in getting you to where you want to go, especially in terms of your financial success. So make sure you don't isolate yourself this month. Make sure you work with other people, in connection with other people, and because it's when you connect with people that you can make your dreams come true. Not just your dreams, but theirs as well. Okay. Venus goes into Libra on the 9th of November. And Venus in Libra is really, really wonderful because Venus rules Libra and it feels very comfortable there. In the 11th house, it makes your relationships easy. So you're able to connect with people in a really harmonious, loving way. You'll get on with people. I don't foresee any conflict there at all. And it allows you to realize your dreams together. On the 10th of November, Neptune starts to trine the moon, and that moon is in Scorpio. So now, around the 10th of November, there's a lot going on in this 12th house. Again, the 12th house is about spirituality. It's the end of the zodiac, okay? So it's looking at higher things. It's coming to an end of a life cycle. So it's about looking for meaning, being of service, being self-sacrificing. And because that moon is there, you really feel very much like you want to use your life for good. You want to do something for other people. You have the opportunity to do that because throughout the month you're working with other people. So if you want to share the success, then I'm sure there are going to be people around you who will be very happy for that, and you can make all of your dreams come true together as a unit. So work as a team whenever you can. The new moon occurs on the 11th, and that new moon is in your 12th house as well. The new moon is a time of bringing energy in and focusing on the way forward. So again, this is about how do you want to design your working life so that it is of service to other people, so that you can work in conjunction with your colleagues, and that you can all benefit from the work that you're doing. So you've got kind of a little bit of a humanitarian thing going on. Make sure you don't kind of burden yourself with too much responsibility. I mean, it's nice to want to work with people and for you all to have kind of success, but it's not your job to carry other people. Okay, so just make sure you're clear on that and that you don't bog yourself down. Jupiter sextiles the Sun, and the Sun conjuncts Mercury in your 12th house. So on the 12th of November, again, you will get some intuitive messages that will allow you to take action in your working life, which will be very successful to you. But that's going to come from somewhere else. That's going to come from some sort of feeling or intuition. And it's almost like you're being guided throughout this whole month to really use your career for the good of other people, to help other people. Mars goes into Libra on the 13th of November, again in your 11th. And that makes you even better at working with other people. And I think this is a great month for you to kind of design a team, or to bring together a couple of people to start a business even, or to start a partnership or something like that. If you're in the position to do that, you have all the kind of planets helping you and supporting you and create your own business. Okay, on the 14th, the chart clears 4 houses. The 6th, 7th, 8th and 9th houses are totally empty, and that whole sector of the chart has to do with other people. Educating yourself, working with other people in a kind of official capacity, relationships and working life. Everything else is going on in your 1st, 2nd and 4th quadrant, and that's about the self, personal relationships and transcending the self. So it's not even that it's about helping other people so much. I think you're trying to overcome yourself. So if you've been feeling like you're not very generous, or you haven't done enough for people, which sounds a little bit like guilt to me actually, then what I think you're trying to do is you're trying to compensate for that by finding work which is really amazing and which can really change people in some way. And I do get the feeling that there's something else going on here for you, Sagittarius, that you're compensating for. So focus on, I mean, you do good work, you know, and it isn't your job to save everyone else. And if you've done something that you don't feel very good about, then face that head on. If you've been mean to someone, or if you've cheated someone, or if you've acted in a way that goes against your own beliefs and values, then address that issue directly and sort it out. Don't try and compensate for it by pouring your energy into something else completely that has nothing to do with the actual issue. Jupiter trines the Moon and Pluto on the 16th, and Jupiter again is in your 10th, and that pours luck and energy into your working life. The Moon now in your 2nd house of money and belongings on the 16th means that you feel completely comfortable in what you're doing, and that the doors of opportunity continue to open. In terms of the chart here, you've got the best month career-wise and money-wise. So yeah, if there is guilt or if there are negative feelings, offset those so you can concentrate on your work, really. And I don't think November is a particularly good time for you to go on a holiday, because there's so much going on in your working life at the moment. Uranus begins to oppose Venus on the 17th of November, and it continues to oppose it until the 28th of November. Now, Uranus is in that 5th house, urging you to move forward and urging you to kind of create new relationships, new connections with people. And it opposes Venus, which is really good, positive relationships that are already in place. So you're going to have a push and pull between, do I continue to spend time with my colleagues, with people I'm working with, or do I go out and find romance and excitement and chaos? The answer is to continue focusing on work. The grass is not greener, and Uranus is kind of working to distract you a little bit this month. So watch out for that tendency around the 17th of November. On the 19th of November, the Moon begins to square a lot of your energy in the 12th and 1st houses. And in brackets here, I've put re-evaluation. So you might be questioning your path. You may be questioning what you've been doing with other people in terms of offsetting your guilt or kind of overcompensating. And you can avoid this being a big issue on the 19th by facing it head on earlier. Why am I so driven to kind of make everything okay for people? What is it that I feel bad about? Did I not go visit my mother? Did I take money from someone when it wasn't mine? All of that kind of stuff. And it's really important to tackle those things head on because if you look at it in other ways, it's a waste of your energy. On the 21st, Mercury goes into Sagittarius, and I think this is going to be like, it's like an anvil dropping. It really whacks into your first house, and you've got Saturn there already, which is huge stability and like blinkered way forward. You've got your midheaven there, you're totally focused on work, and now Mercury, the planet of communication in your sign, is going to make you the ultimate communicator. Communication is going to come very, very easily, and you're going to be completely focused on your kind of formal life in a work setting, in a money setting, in a career setting. So there's no real stopping you, and the only thing pulling you away from all of that is Uranus saying, you know, create some drama, cause some chaos over there. And then the emotional side of things. But there's potential for you to have the best working month of 2015, really. On the 22nd, Pluto starts to square Venus, and that is great because Pluto is smack in the middle of your second house. It's at 13 degrees there, so it's bringing new life into your finances. And Venus is the planet of love, so you're going to love what you're doing work-wise, and I think that's why you see such success with it, because it's not just, oh, you know, I'm doing something I hate and I'm grinding away at it, which can make you money, but you will never have the kind of success that you are likely to have if you're doing something that you love. On the 23rd, the Moon and the North Node start to quincux, okay? So the Moon, again, is in your 5th house, the North Node is in your 10th. So I even think that around this, taking action in your working life will feel quite fun to you. And this is a good thing to sign up to be the leader of something, to be the president of some board, or to take charge of a situation. I think that will really feed you. And I really get the fact that you're ready to step into a position of authority and power, and that you really are ready for that and you enjoy it. The full moon occurs on the 25th of November, and that happens in Taurus, right underneath your descendant. So that is in your 6th house of career, so something blossoms that blesses you with gifts and successes in your working life, and usually what that looks like when it has to do with work is either money or prestige or a promotion or some sort of recognition. It sesqui squares your Pluto, and it also trines your 10th house, so I really think that, again, there'll be a kind of success in terms of the money you're making and the way forward with your career. So this looks really, really good. By the way, the new moon was in Scorpio, and the full moon is in Taurus. Both of those signs have to do with control, okay? Scorpio likes to control feelings, Taurus likes to control money. The fact that this full moon is in your 6th house means that you're in perfect control of your finances at the moment, and if anything, you have an abundance of finances. 27th of November, your North Node and your Jupiter, they come together in your 10th house of career. So again, it's perfect. If none of this is making sense to you at all, if you're unemployed and haven't had a job for months and years, and you're like, what is this guy talking about? I don't have a job. I don't even have a clue of what I'm supposed to be doing. For Sagittarians, there's the potential for you to completely find what you're meant to be doing, life purpose-wise, and to take action at doing it. So if you're in no man's land at the moment, then apply yourself to these principles and you can really get there like this. On the, okay, let's see. So that North Node and Jupiter, they square the moon, and the moon is in your 7th house in Gemini. This is a wonderful day to connect with people, colleagues, people you work with, again, to share ideas, and that will speed things up even more, open opportunities. Again, if you're unemployed, speak to your friends, anyone who may have a job. If you are in a working situation, speak to people to start your own company, speak to your colleagues to look at new opportunities. You will get some information via another person that will help you move forward. Uranus opposes Mars on the 28th of November, and they stay in opposition until the 20th of December. And again, Mars is working hard there in your 11th house in helping you realize your dreams. And Uranus is a bit of a pain trying to pull you away from all of that. So again, any thoughts of, why not just take off and have a couple of days to myself and just goof off or whatever? Try and put those into perspective, because you're really doing excellent and have the potential to do excellent work at the moment. Now finally, the 30th of November sees the moon start to trine your Saturn and your Sun in your first house. Saturn and the Sun there give you a real sense of stability and structure in terms of your work, and the fact that it trines the moon means that you can, you've achieved a lot in November anyway, but if you want to shine even more, a good way of doing that is to educate yourself more, or to sign up for a course, or to shadow someone at work to find out what they do in their day-to-day business. But there's potential for you to go to the even next level. So it's been a great month anyway, but the month ends with the promise that if you continue to learn and apply yourself and step into the spotlight, that you can do even better in December. So that's that the month ends with that promise there. So I hope that's been useful to you. If you'd like a private reading with me, especially about career, if, again, like I said, if you're totally clueless on your life purpose, visit my website. It's gregoryscott.com. Click on readings. You'll see the types of readings that I offer: astrology, tarot, and numerology. Astrology is great to look at your life purpose in terms of what your aptitudes are for work. Get in touch with me for that. Remember to subscribe to the channel, and you can also find me on Facebook. It's facebook.com/Gregory Scott 444. Have a wonderful month, and I'll speak to you soon.